Hey everybody, happy Monday. Here you are again. You might have landed on my business page. Let me just pop a little banner on so I can tell you what you're doing this morning. So we are here today, Monday. We're always here, unless I'm away. We are here Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays and Fridays with 7 to 10 minutes of free fitness. Should you not be ready to jump into any paid courses of mine at the minute, but you want to try to move yourself forward and get a little bit fitter, a bit healthier, a bit happier, then these might be ideal for you. And if you go to my page, on the top of the page, you'll see photos or videos. If you press that, there's hundreds you can choose from. So you can go and set yourself a little workout, whether you like mobility, strength. Good morning, girls, who's here? Whether you like mobility, strength. Morning, Sarah, you're coming in at 1:30 to do menopause fit. That's the other thing, if anybody is a menopausal woman. So should you be age 35, 40 plus, you need to start to change up your training if you want to get the same effects of the when we did when we were younger, because they just don't happen when we're older, and that's because we don't need to do the same things. We need to do something different. So if you want a free week in Menopause Fit, you'd be very welcome. Just pop a comment in the box. We train Monday, Tuesday, Friday morning. Advanced is at 6:30 to 7:15. Beginner, intermediate or low impact 7:30, 7:45, all available for catch up. Right then, so if you're on YouTube, please do say hello. If you're live, we're going to do 7 minutes mobility to warm up your body. Good morning, Jean. Are you in Spain again? Jean is a menopause fitter and she works out in Spain. We've got another lady who lives in America. She works out in America when she gets up. So there we are. You can do it wherever you are. No excuses. Right, we set. Let me make sure I'm here. I can see myself. There I am. So if you're coming in, say good morning. If you're doing it on catch up, say good morning. If you want to join us this week, let me know. So we're just going to wake up the big joints and the big muscle groups. All I want you to do first is just come onto the right tiptoe and just circle your ankle. So starting from the lower body. So in the morning, if you get up and you start walking, maybe you've got tight feet, tight insteps, your ankles ache a little bit. What should you do? Move a bit more. What happens if you stop? It gets worse. So I know the first part, if you've got any niggles, it might be quite uncomfortable. But once you start to move a joint, the synovial fluid will be sent to the joint that is moving, the body will add more lubrication to the joint, and it will become easier before you start your day. Other side. Just believe me, just do it and see. So whilst you're standing and warming up, always be conscious of the way that you stood. So make sure that you've got your lower abdominals, your transverse. They run from hip to hip and then down to your pubic bone in general. Easy description. We would need to try and draw those in as tight as you can to help flatten the muscles and bring them together. That's what flattens your stomach. No amount of crunches will give you a flat stomach if this isn't correct first. Now just lift the right heel to the bottom. So just right leg up and tap. So this is now going up the body into the knee. And you're squeezing through the hamstring. So you're not just throwing your leg to your bum, you're squeezing it and it's controlled. Lift. Warming the knee. Breathe out as you lift. Think about the core, pelvic floor, ladies. You need to be training your pelvic floor every single day. And if you've got any daughters, tell them to start early, before they hit the menopause. Lift it. And change sides. So you're squeezing that heel to your bottom, pushing down through that foot. You're not allowing this hip to come out to the side. It's underneath. Your core is tight. Your spine is long. So you've got a muscle either side of your spine, your erector spinae, and that keeps you upright. So if your posture's rubbish, or if you're not thinking about it too much, it isn't going to strengthen. You need to lengthen and strengthen the muscles either side of your spine to help with your posture. Shoulders back and down. Now we're just going to do big circles with the right hip. Stand on your left leg, come through the midline of the body and tap. So again, if this is the first thing that you've done this morning, I bet I'm fine on this side. Wait till I go to my left and I get all sorts of clicking going on. And that's just your ligaments. Not doing you any harm. That's the key. Sometimes it's really uncomfy, isn't it? Don't feel right to do it, but just do it. Other way, come round, wide and tap. Go right round and tap. So taking the leg behind the body if you can, right back and in. Let's do the other side. Big circles, midline, and tap. Bending that knee, so the extension of the leg here. I'm clicking away here, and I've been exercising since about 6:30 this morning. We've got Express Week, 3 15-minute sessions we've done. Combat and kick. What else did we do? Band hit, that were a killer for your bottom, and menopause stick hit. Other way, so we're rounding in, bringing the knee in as much as you can. If you're a beginner, you might be here, and if your balance isn't brilliant, you might be here as well. Just do what you can with what you've got, and if you're consistent, if you do this consistently, exercise 3 or 4 times a week for a short amount of time, you can watch the magic happen as the weeks progress. It won't come on all at once. Extension, lift, left leg. So you're standing tall again, girls. Re-engage the pelvic floor. Good. Now lift and hold and bring the arms above the head for the last 2. So you lift and hold, and back, and other side. Lift and hold. So after 2, you stop the leg. 2, 3, 4. And again. Left side. Lift, lift. Down, down. 1, stop, down, move. 1, stop, down, move. Ready for a roll down. 1 more. We're going to roll down for 6 and you're going to come up for 8 using your core. Let's go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put your belly in. Extension. So when you come to the top, watch me do it wrong. 2, 1, don't push it back, no hyperextension, round that back, head down, 2, 1, uncurl, 1. Now the option here to make this a little bit harder, to add more weight, is to add the arms on the upward face. So if it feels too much for your back, you stay with this. 2, drop your head, 1, and lift. And then you're rounding that back, separating the shoulders, belly button in, pelvic floor engaged. 2, 1, head down, lift. So we're warming the shoulders, mobilising the shoulders. 2, 1. So the deeper you go with this, if you've got tight hamstrings, girls, you better keeping your legs locked here and not coming as far to lengthen them hamstrings. So it depends on the length of the hamstrings, how tight your hamstrings are. And you'll know this because you won't be able to get too deep. Hamstrings are something we need to be careful of, because if you do lots of sitting or driving, they become very short. And then if you don't rectify that by lengthening and stretching and moving them, eventually, I would say it would have some kind of impact into your lower back. So we want to keep our lower back. There's nothing worse than back pain, is there? 2, 1. 1 more. Now just lunge to the right for me. Right side, lateral lunge. Push your bottom back, lean forward now. So this is imperative that you pull your core in tight to protect your back. Breathe. Now we're just going to add a little rotation for the waist before we finish. I've got about a minute to go before we next clap. So stay on the right side, bring the right hand to the right thigh. So you go down, rotate, rotate, come down, push back, left side. You're down, hold and support. Add rotation for the spine. Left side, sorry, right side for you. Open up that chest. Again, if you do lots of sitting, lots of computer work, this chest here is the other muscle group that becomes tight. And you'll know because you'll get tension in your upper back and your shoulders and maybe rounded shoulders. Feet together, that's all I've got time for this morning. Breathe in. Breathe it all out. 1 more. So don't forget, if you want to join us, Menopause Fitters, next week, if you want to join the wellness group this week at Women's Wellness, and we are talking about supplementation. Do you need to take supplements, do you think, for your skin, for your hair, for your brain fog, for your bloating, maybe you're missing something in your diet? If you want to join us for this week, all week we're on supplements, and then next week we're on hormones. Have a lovely day, and I shall hope to see you in the morning. Bye now.